He flexed, and his biceps literally blew up. And here's the part nobody's talking about. The muscle was fine. What actually failed was a half-inch attachment point where tendon meets bone. And 96% of the time, that's exactly where it happens. Not the muscle belly, not the peak of the bicep. The radial tuberosity, a tiny ridge on your radius bone where your distal biceps tendon anchors. That's the real weak link, and almost no one in the fitness world is talking about this. Here's why this matters to you right now. If you train with any intensity, curls, rows, deadlifts, pull-ups, you are loading that exact attachment point every single session. And if you don't understand the three-phase failure cascade that causes a biceps rupture, you're flying completely blind. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the actual biomechanical sequence frame by frame, the hidden fascia vulnerability most lifters already have, and the specific nutrition window that can measurably reinforce your connective tissue before every workout. Most people will never know this. Let's go. So let's talk about phase 1, the setup nobody sees coming. Eccentric loading. That's the lowering phase of your curl. The phase where your muscle is lengthening under tension. Here's the thing. Eccentric force is roughly 1.3 times higher than concentric force at the same weight. Your tendon doesn't care that you think you're just lowering the dumbbell. It's absorbing the highest mechanical stress of the entire rep, every single rep for years, 18%. That's not a paper cut. That's structural compromise. And it's invisible from the outside. No swelling, no pain, no warning. Your fascia, the connective tissue sheath wrapping your muscle, is quietly thinning session by session. And here's what's wild. Studies estimate 1 to 2% of bodybuilders have undiagnosed fascial defects that make this failure risk significantly higher under maximal voluntary contraction. You could be in that group right now and have zero idea. Nobody's blaming the right thing here. Everyone blames the muscle. Everyone blames overload. But phase 1 is silent fascial degradation. And it starts the moment your connective tissue collagen synthesis can't keep pace with your training load. Hit subscribe right now. This is the kind of mechanism-level information that literally doesn't get taught anywhere, not in gyms, not in most sports medicine offices. Phase 2, the tendon microtear. This is where things accelerate fast. Once fascia integrity drops, the tendon itself starts absorbing compensatory stress it was never designed to handle. Microtears accumulate at the distal attachment, specifically at the radial tuberosity. And here's the counterintuitive part most people get wrong. It doesn't hurt. A full distal biceps rupture, the kind you see in that viral video, has zero pain in the moment for roughly 60 to 70% of patients. The brain interprets it as a pop or a snap. Some people describe mild warmth. That's it. The pain comes hours later when inflammation sets in. So if you felt a pop and it didn't really hurt, that's not good news. 40%. Permanently. That's the difference between being able to turn a doorknob at full strength and not. That's the window. 2 weeks. And it closes fast. Phase 2 is silent and fast, which brings us to phase 3. Phase 3. Catastrophic avulsion. This is the viral moment. The tendon fully detaches from the bone. The muscle, with nothing anchoring it distally, retracts up the arm. That's the ball of tissue you see bunching toward the shoulder. The muscle itself is completely intact. It did exactly what it was designed to do. The system failed at the interface, at the bone attachment, because that attachment had been quietly compromised through phases 1 and 2. And here's the twist. Nobody's connecting. Connective tissue disorders like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome significantly elevate this risk. even in natural athletes with zero steroid use. Blame isn't simple here. Genetics, collagen quality, training load, and nutrition all stacked together at that tiny radial tuberosity attachment point. Here's why this actually matters for you right now. You can't see your fascia thickness. You can't feel your tendon microtears. But you can control your collagen synthesis window. And this is the part almost nobody's implementing. Drop a like. If this is changing how you think about training, seriously, this mechanism stuff is what separates people who train smart from people who get hurt. Collagen synthesis is not the same as muscle protein synthesis. Your muscle repairs in roughly 24 hours. Your fascia and tendons, 48 to 72 hours minimum. Different timelines, different substrates, different nutrition requirements, and there's a specific pre-training window that measurably supports connective tissue integrity before you load it. Here's your exact action for tomorrow morning. 3 steps, do them all. Step 1, 45 minutes before your session, take 15 grams of collagen peptides with 50 milligrams of vitamin C. The vitamin C is non-negotiable. It's a required cofactor for collagen cross-linking. Without it, the collagen you consume doesn't incorporate into tissue properly. This combination, timed pre-workout, has been shown to increase collagen synthesis in tendons by up to 65% in research from the Australian Institute of Sport. Step 2. Audit your eccentric tempo. If you're dropping weights fast, controlled descent under 3 seconds, you're accumulating the highest risk portion of the rep